Hi, Sandra Gerard here. If you read my blog or you follow me on Facebook, excuse me, you know, or you may have come across, I mentioned how our family travels. We don't travel all the time. Right now, we're not traveling as much as we have traveled in the past, but we do travel. We're on the road. Sometimes it's once a month. Sometimes it's twice a month. Sometimes it might only be after 3 months. But we do spend time on the road, and there are certain things that we've learned are really, really helpful to have on hand. Maybe I should say, as the mom, there are certain things that I have learned that I want to have on hand, and one of them is a sewing kit. So I want to show you, this is the sewing kit that I took on our last trip. This is it right here. Can you see that? Can you see that mess? Now, I know it's a mess, but I had almost everything in here that I needed. The only thing that's not in here now that's not really a sewing kit thing is we seem to be consuming shoelaces lately, so I had put in a handful of shoelaces. Naturally, in 3 weeks, we broke no shoelaces, but I would rather have had a shoelace in the middle of the desert in Nevada than not had one. That said, let me tell you what kind of things I got in here. I have needles. And do I really need this whole big old pack of needles? No, I don't need this big pack of needles. But exactly how are you supposed to have a needle? If I put it, I can take one of these little pieces out, but then it's sticking into other things. This is a little kit I picked up from one of the hotels that they offered, which I thought was kind of cool because you had your pre-threaded needles, each one with a color of thread. Now, that's okay if that's only the amount of thread that I'm going to need. I do like that they're pre-threaded. This is the thread that I started out with. It wasn't tangled when I left, but it's tangled now because it was riding in this sack. And I had this little pair of scissors in there. That's useful, right? What else do I have in here? Oh, a thimble, because yes, I use a thimble when I sew because I don't like my fingers to be sore. And there are some straight pins because not all of the mending that I end up doing is for my children's clothes. Sometimes it's for myself. A seam might come out. It's not always just a button that's fallen off. If a seam's come off, having a few pins to hold that seam in place is really helpful. So why am I showing you this mess? Because when I got home from our most recent trip, this was waiting for me. This is a travel sewing kit from Vellostar. And if you are not a big sewer, if sewing isn't a hobby or something that you do just because you enjoy it, this would be a great kit for you to have at home, because at some point, everybody has a button fall off. Everybody has some threads come loose, and everything you have in here is everything you need for a first aid kit for mending repairs. Let me show you what's inside here. Look at that. There is everything you need, and it's all in its place, and it's nice and tight, okay? I mean, there's even more in here than I had in this mess. So, you got lots and lots of different shades of thread, and you might think that that's not important, but I gotta tell you, I'm one of those people that I need to have certain things all set up in a certain way, or it really makes me stress. If I have a meeting that I need to go to and I am wearing a red blouse and the hem starts to come out on the blouse and I don't have the right shade thread to fix that hem and I can't hide it inside my skirt, I can tell myself all day long that no one else is going to notice the hem on my blouse, but I'm going to know, and it's going to bother me. Just having the red thread just takes a lot of stress off, and that's just so great if I can get those things off my mind. Here we have just a few pins, because you're not going to hem your entire set of trousers. You're just going to be repairing a couple spaces, so this is all that you need. This right here, this is a seam ripper. I didn't carry this, but this is brilliant. It's called a seam ripper, but it's got a little, I don't know, if you've never seen one, I'm going to show you up close. See, can you see that? You see this little blade? It will slide right under a thread that you need to remove. Pull it up and cut it. That's just, that's so smart that they put that in here. Here's a safety pin. Got my finger on top of it, sorry. Safety pin and a couple bare buttons. So the button falls off your dress shirt, button falls off your husband's dress shirt, button falls off the cuff, and it's gone. You can replace it with one of these. Look, a much better way for carrying needles. Now, is this more needles than you'll need? Probably, but they're in there, they're tidy, they're not going to come loose. These right here, you got one up here and one down here, these are needle threaders. Once you get to the point of needing bifocals, some of us will tell you, it becomes ludicrously difficult to thread a needle. These are a huge help. Okay, and over here, there's my friend the thimble. Okay, I'd rather have one when I want it than not need one and just have it. It's small, it's great, it's awesome. And a tape measure. Everything you need right in here. Closes up, zips closed. Easy to find in your suitcase. Vellostar travel sewing kit. More information in the links and stuff underneath the video. Thanks for watching.